Hi everyone, I'm Cy Wood. I am the choreographer for Alexandria Harmonizers. I've been with the Harmonizers I think since 2015, since they first asked me to work with them on their Harvey Milk project, which was a lot of fun. I am a third generation barbershopper. I have grown up singing barbershop my whole life, but I studied musical theater and I was a professional performer on Broadway and Disney and national tours and all that stuff. And now I work at a theater in Palm Springs, California, and I'm also a performance judge for the BHS. Choreographing for barbershop is interesting because you have to consider all of the capabilities of people on stage, but you also have to see what the vision is with the creative team. And so when I approach each song, I always am asking, all right, what is the desired outcome and what is the capabilities? You know, are there front row people? Are there, people that are being featured? Or is this meant to be an ensemble? Is this a ballad? Is it an uptune? All of these things come into play in choreographing something that makes sense, that can be as natural and realistic as possible on the barbershop stage. We are tending to have a more authentic approach in our performances as barbershoppers, and so that can be a challenge at times, especially singing a cappella, but I'm down for it. I'm down for the challenge. Barbershop and musical theater are not the same art form. They share a lot of similar characteristics, that's for sure, but barbershop is not musical theater and vice versa. Barbershop is all about ringing the chords and the structure of the harmonies and then adding to that with all of the spectacle and the dance and everything else that we can do on top of that. As a choreographer, I like to take what I know from musical theater, from my experience, and bring those elements into barbershop. Choreography can really enhance a piece to make it more visually interesting, to make it actually come to life and bring a lot more of that spectacle. I think that when you're telling a story, especially in musical theater, it's important. And so I think it's really important for the Harmonizers to have great choreography in the storytelling of the harmonists, the Comedian Harmonists, who were, in sense, a singing and dancing troupe. It's important. Sometimes it can be a little challenging doing choreography and balancing out vocal precision and making sure that we're locking and ringing chords and everything like that, especially in the barbershop harmony world. It can be challenging to cut out a bit of the vision in order to save the sound, which is sometimes what we do as choreographers because we're a singing organization. That doesn't mean that it's not important, though. When you have a soloist or a featured group from the chorus grand, we want to make sure that everyone is in tune with the story that's being told. But if they are featured, let them be featured. Let's see what they have and what skills and abilities, and then the chorus grand can just be a support in what's going on. And that really happens a lot, especially for this set with the Harmonizers. When I set a piece with a group, I give them the choreography so that they are able to then take the creation that I have given them and then make it their own. And I think that that's important. Oftentimes when I come back, there are differences or changes that the ensembles have made in order to make that thing their own. And I fully support that. When I first come to the chorus, for example, for this particular package, I have all of the big choreography movement planned. And always I want to be as adaptable as I possibly can be. In fact, I told the Comedian Harmonists, I said, I just created this huge dance number. We may have to adapt. And they took it by the horns and they're doing it. They're doing so well and it makes me so happy. So when you take this idea to the chorus, you're going to know that it may have to be adaptable, which is great. But you have to start on a macro level. right? If you have a vision, you have to start, with the easiest low-hanging fruit that you possibly can. And then we continue to whittle down and refine and grow and create until it becomes authentically our own as performers. Oh, this weekend, we are focusing on the minute details for not only the harmonists, but the chorus grand as well. And all of the other characters, where do they go? We're looking at the blocking. We're looking at motivations and intentions of the characters. We never want the actors on stage to feel like they don't know and they're not confident in what they're doing on stage. And so this rehearsal this weekend is meant to help vanquish any of those fears so that they can feel confident in every movement that they do. Small details, and the small details are the things that matter. And that's one thing that the harmonizers do really, really well. They like details. This set we're playing and we're planning so that it is as accessible as it possibly can be for all audiences, because I truly believe that this is a very important story to tell. And it's a story that a lot of people don't know about. And it's exciting that we get to be a part of the storytelling of the Comedian Harmonists. I hope everyone has a desire to see all of the hard work that has been put into this set. Performing it for our Barbershop Harmony family in St. Louis is going to be fantastic. I really hope that you learn more about the Comedian Harmonists, about their legacy. It's something that we as barbershoppers should definitely know about, and we should honor and support. We will see you in St. Louis, everyone. I can't wait to see you there. Let's sing a tag, let's do a little dance, let's give each other hugs and high fives. It's gonna be great. We'll see you there.